Hello and welcome. I am Brian, club leader of Milwaukee area Nerf routings, otherwise known as MANO. In this video, I'm going to show you our mobile obstacles, or Mobstacles, and how they're made. Sometimes you need just a little bit more cover for Nerf events. There are several solutions, like cardboard boxes, flipped over tables, tents, or pop-up changing stations. Our solutions has been our Mobstacles. We also have, for indoor solutions, our little barriers here, but I'll cover those in a future video. Anyway, these are simply slammed into the ground with a little further encouragement administered by a dead blow hammer. I'll show you how that works right now. Simply unroll like this, slam it into the ground like that. Take a hammer. I particularly like dead blow hammers, and administer a little bit of encouragement just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Simple as that. MANO Mobstacles have been in service for about a decade now, and they've been excellent. You see how easy they are to set up, and they're a breeze to take down and store. For reference, that's a pile of about 10, 12 of them, and they are fantastic because they roll up just like a scroll. They also don't catch wind like a sail, but this does mean that you can't visually hide behind them, but this hasn't really been an issue, and it's been fine for our games. Before I get into a parts list and how to assemble them, which is the rest of this video, feel free to put your own spin on them if you're going to make them. Just be sure to tell me. I love seeing how folks modify things. Now on to the materials and build. Making our Mobstacles is actually pretty simple. To make one single panel Mobstacle, you will need 4 feet of garden net fencing. That's this wonderful stuff. I'm able to get a 25 by 2 foot roll at my local hardware store. I've heard that scaffolding netting can also work pretty well. You will need around 5 yards of duct tape. This Gorilla stuff, is fantastic. It's a little bit more pricey than your standard duct tape, but 1 roll is enough for 2 full single panel Mobstacles. And then you will also need 2 5-foot sections of 1/2 inch PVC pipe. You could use thicker if you'd like, but it's the thinner the better, in my opinion. Anyway, onto the build. First, grind one end of your PVC pipes at an angle. See, I've already done that to this one already with a sander. You don't need to make them into like sharp spears, just enough to pierce the dirt. Make sure you are wearing eye, ear, and mouth protection. This stuff is messy and loud. Next, cut your garden net to 4-foot sections, like I have done here. After that, lay down the fencing on a flat surface with the PVC pipe nearby. Next, cut out the lengths of tape and align the netting to about halfway down onto the tape. I'm going to swap this out for one that I've kind of half done already. Let me show you here. Basically, trying to get the tape, trying to get the tape onto part of the PVC like this. So that's only attaching about halfway on the tape and halfway onto the PVC itself. Then encapsulate the other side of the pipe in tape. You can skip that step if you want to save on material and time, but I've found that the tape doesn't hold as well and it's too sticky if you don't do that. So what I'm talking about is taking more sections of tape, ripping it, just simply applying it like this here onto the other half of the tape and encapsulating it and going the whole way down from about an inch from the top here to, since I have 4 foot of material here, it goes all the way down to about 11 inches from the bottom here. And that has been sufficient for our needs. And then you repeat it for the other side so that both sides are taped and together. The next step is optional. Attach a PVC coupler to the top. It makes it not as sharp at the top and makes it so that you can attach other things to it in the future. Like I've attached other fancy contraptions to make sort of like drapes and stuff like that. Fantastic stuff. Another additional step is taping the top and bottom parts to prevent the net from fraying, i.e. this part here, it will eventually fray. So I have put caution tape across the tops of others, similar to how I'm doing here. Plus it just looks snazzier and safer too. The final optional step is to color it, either with colored electrical tape, spray paint, or any other ways you want to bedazzle your Mobstacles. If you have any other questions or just want to say hey, feel free to swing by in the comments. Until next time, happy travels.